Hey, what's going on, Pacific Harbors Council and everybody out there? Welcome to my YouTube channel for Roundtable. Before I get started and welcome our guests, we're going to talk about recruitment, especially in this time of quarantine, because everybody's realizing how much more difficult it's going to be than normal. But before we do that, I've taken the time to create a recruitment video that I made available to our units. So I want you to take a quick look at it. Here it is. Hey, welcome back. I'm actually sitting down right now with our two Olympic district executives, Andrew and Warren. Gentlemen, thank you very much for taking the time to sit down with me. Talk to me about some of the resources available from the council, but also from the national program as a whole.
So what you see behind us is something that we could easily provide you here at the local level, where we have several of these good yard signs that you can come pick up at our Tumwater office. And of course, once you pick them up, you can fill out the appropriate unit contact information and place them wherever you need to highlight your recruitment efforts at.
So you mentioned that these signs are available at the Tumwater office. Are they also available for us at the Creighton Scout Center up in Tacoma, the main Scout office?
You can absolutely get them there. What me and Warren and I have done is we've brought some over from the Tacoma office down here so that they're readily available for all of our units.
So are the signs behind you the only signs available, or are there other resources available from you guys and the Tacoma Scout office?
Sure, there's actually more, and Warren's got a couple of that you can hand out as flyers.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of different flyers to choose from, and these are great because you can put these in grocery stores or various places where people frequent. Maybe you have a local organization like Veterans of Foreign Wars, or maybe a Rotary Club or anything along those lines that anyone's a member of. Maybe it's just a knitting circle, but you can bring these flyers, you can hand them out. You can post them where you have little community book areas where people will go and they place a book and take a book, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of things that you can do to get word out. Another one of the things you can do is be active on social media. I mean, that's really one of the big things out there right now is social media. Crowdsourcing is a big deal. There's a lot of folks that are out there, especially right now. They can't leave their houses often. They can't go and do as many social things physically, so they're going to be doing it virtually. And one of the really cool things that you guys can do, and one of the things that we are trying to encourage right now, is take your group, your patrol element of 5, go out and demonstrate something, some type of scouting activity, whether it's fire safety or doing something related to camping or public service or something along those lines, and video that, talk about it and why that's related to scouting and why it's important and what are the lessons involved in it. And then at the end of your video, challenge another unit that you know to do one of those too. And that in and of itself, that visibility, will help in recruiting efforts because people are going to see that scouts are active, especially right now.
So you mentioned social media, and we've already shown the video that the council has put together. But what other resources or tools, techniques out there that you can think of that units could use or employ in interacting with others within social media?
So, first and foremost, Rick, you got the National Brand Center at scoutingwire.org that is a great resource, and that gives you the ability to download anything you need, such as brand logos, pictures, so that you can kind of use what you need to tailor any type of flyer, card, invitation cards or something like that, and use your creativity to do that, and get those. The other great thing that's going to happen here on the 20th of August is there will be a recruiting webinar, and we have posted that on our district webpage, and I highly encourage everybody out there to register and take a look at that, and why this is going to be able to facilitate and help all of us in these challenging times to work together towards getting some great ideas across the country from other BSA units and other BSA locations, and find the right pick for what will work for us here in the Olympic District. So I look forward to that, because I know there's going to be some phenomenal creative ideas, along with new resources that, again, we might not be aware of, that somebody has created and is more than willing to share those resources with us.
The other thing too that people need to remember is the biggest way that you can recruit somebody, ask them. Be the recruiter. Be willing to actually make that ask and find people that are interested. We all have friends, we all have family members, we all have people that we encounter out in the world periodically. Let them know about it. Send a letter to somebody that you know. Maybe, an email, a personal card. Just let them know what programs are available for them and their kids and their family.
Warren, I'm glad you mentioned the inviting a friend and reaching out to friends and families, because I talked to Nicole recently about the Scout Bingo, and part of that component is reaching out and inviting a friend to participate on that. So can you discuss that a little bit for me?
Yeah, that's an activity that's a great reminder of the creativity we've come out with across the council, but it is something that we can share with other possible scouts that want to join the program, and demonstrate to them how fun it is on some of the activities that we're still able to carry out, even within the challenging restrictions that we have right now. That we still got things going on. There are still things that we're trying to put together to keep our scouts engaged into scouting, and we can share that unique experience with one of the scouts' fellow friend or someone that they might know would be interested in that. And that is, again, all about, like Warren said, showcasing the scouting program and the benefits on what a scouter can look forward to as he or she gets involved in all of those activities.
How important is your unit pin, say on beascout.org, for individuals who are looking for a scouting unit near them?
That's really important. When people go out and they're trying to find a unit for their youth, you want to be able to have a place that you can go that has accurate information. I know that sometimes it can be challenging to find the right unit, and it does help quite a bit if people first know that beascout.org exists. They know that the Be a Scout site is there. Secondly, unit leaders really need to make sure that that information is updated. You've got the correct contact person, correct contact numbers, and more than that, you've got the correct location data. that in and of itself will be tremendously helpful.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for sitting down with me and talking with me. It's going to be a rough challenge, but I know our units are up to the task of recruiting and increasing our numbers as we figure out scouting in quarantine and eventually move back into our real program. Before we go, gentlemen and ladies tuning into this video, our wonderful scout Bailey has something that she'd like to say, so here she goes.
Scout on.